Hey guys, it's Mark Rodriguez here.
And Paige.
And you're watching this cat edition of WWE Aftershock. There's cats around us. Well, there's one right
no
there.
Cats.
There's one right there off camera. Don't make so much noise. He'll be there. Yeah. Well, you can grab him real quick. Just introduce the world.
He won't stay. There.
There we go. That's our hammy.
You can barely see him.
Yeah, they'll come around. But anyways, guys, one thing we were surprised about this pay-per-view when I was watching between Fastlane and Wrestlemania is that there was no pay-per-view at all for the month of March. I was like, wow, really? No pay-per-view for March? So they did this, network exclusive called WWE Roadblock.
Meaning they just scrounged around and pulled stuff out of their asses.
Basically, yes. And this pay-per-view is, well, it's not a pay-per-view at all. It's an exclusive, network exclusive, and I was surprised it was actually in Saturday instead of Sunday. So it was Sunday, and so I'm glad I caught it when I did. So anyways, we're going to go over the matches, but one thing you're going to find that's repetitive, I'm going to say almost, is that good matches, but, bad results. So, offhand, I just want to mention this real quickly. We had two dark matches. These are the matches that we don't get to see on TV, but the people get to see, and the ones who are actually there in person.
Huh?
Yeah, sometimes there's a match or two that has nothing to do with the story. They just kind of wrestle, but kind of keep the crowd entertained before the actual show starts. And they call them dark matches. We had Mark Henry defeating Randy Sharp. I'm sorry, do not know who the hell Randy Sharp is. And we had Goldust defeating Victor from the Ascension, which I would love to see, because all Goldust does is lose. And for him to actually win,
when did this come on?
Like I said, we don't get to see it. Only the people that were there live and in person. But I would have loved to see it because Goldust, all he does is lose. I would have liked to see him win. Okay, so now, for the first matchups of the actual pay-per-view, we got the New Day with Big E, Kofi Kingston, and Xavier Woods fighting against the League of Nations, or at least half of them, Sheamus and King Barrett.
And this was literally the beginning of the show, and they came out, and the New Day came out, and they were just all BSing about their new quote-unquote cereal, but booty-O's. I think it's just, it took I don't know how long, it was like a 5 to 10 minute BS session from the New Day, and they were making fun of the, okay, give up on the stupid cats, they're not gonna come.
Okay.
They were making fun of what are they called? The League of Nations. The League of Nations, and finally, they actually came out, well, just Sheamus and, whatever his name is.
And Barrett, yeah. So it was actually a decent match. During the match, the League of Nations actually did do a good job against the New Day. And I wish they would show this in a replay. Barrett actually did this weird thing where he jumped off the rope and caught, Big E and, vaulted him over and threw him on the, face first. And that was pretty cool because considering how big and heavy Big E is, to do something like that. And, yeah, it was a pretty good match and everything, and unfortunately, near the end, Big E, I forgot who he grabbed, it was either Barrett or Sheamus. He grabbed one of them, did the big ending, and that just ended the match there. But as usual, it's because they're outnumbered. It's 3 against 2. It's, what's his name? Xavier Woods is always cheating or doing stuff in the background. There was a time where they were really going to pin Kofi, but then the New Day grabbed him by the legs and pulled him out of the ring before they could pin and all that kind of stuff. And it was just, the numbers. And the thing I feel is that shouldn't have been an issue because the League of Nations got 4 guys. Where the hell was Rusev and Del Rio? They should have came in sometime to kind of, keep Xavier out of it or something or other. So, whatever. And yeah, the New Day are very well loved. Everyone now is really saying New Day rocks, and people at work are now saying New Day rocks. They're not saying New Day sucks anymore. So yeah, they're beloved, and they're still the tag team champs. Next one we have,
I wouldn't want the League of Nations to get the tag team title. That's stupid. We're friends.
Yeah. And then we have Jericho versus Swagger. It was kind of a random match. Jericho came out basically dissing the hell out of Canada. Lots of bad things. I know, yeah.
I love how they always badmouth the city they're in.
Yeah. And he just offhandedly mentioned Swagger, and now it's opponent Swagger. We were expecting AJ Styles to come in, and Swagger came in instead. And, well, I don't know. It was a decent match, I guess. I just wasn't expecting it. Yeah.
Well, Roadblock is so stupid. It's just something you can pretty much miss.
Yeah. Swagger did avoid the walls of Jericho a few times. He did get very close to defeating Jericho with his ankle lock thing, but Jericho still got out of it, got him on the walls of Jericho. He still tapped out, and Jericho still won like we would expect him to win. And there was
in his tacky jacket.
Yeah, you don't like the light-up jacket much,
It's stupid. It's freaking stupid. Yeah. It's like a traffic cone or a traffic light or something blinking.
And one thing I'm doing like now is that now since Jericho's like whining and bitching about how the fans were cheering for AJ and not for him, he kind of sounds back to like when he was in WCW when he was just a whiny little bitch. Like he's going back to being all whiny. That's what he always was back then.
He seems like a pushover.
Yeah. And now we have, this is like NXT stuff to, I guess, bring attention and everything.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. We have the revival.
This whole thing was stupid. The only thing that's more important were, like, the Triple H fight and Brock versus Wyatt.
Yeah, but we'll get that in a minute. We got the revival, which is the tag team champions, the current NXT tag team champions, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. And these other guys, I don't think have like an official team name, is Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy with Carmella. And I just didn't really like their gimmick too much, especially the dude with the big old blonde hair thing. It just looked, he looked like them corny guys from the 80s wrestler. Like, this is like 2000 whatever. I mean, that's corny. And yeah, the gangsta stuff. And, like, no offense, we kept calling Carmella like the gangsta hoe because she kind of, you know, presented herself as such. The only thing I liked about the whole match was when the taller guy, I can't tell which one's Enzo, which one's Colin.
Enzo is the fluffy chicken dude with the fluffy white hair.
Oh, okay.
Or blonde hair, and Colin is the
big tall guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like when Colin grabbed one of them and he spun him around twice before slamming them down on the ground. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, they did come kind of close to winning. And there was a thing where like they were hiding behind Carmella and everything because of course you can't smack her and stuff and whatever. But yeah, the tag team guys still won. They still won. They're still the NXT tag team champs. And, like, I'm sorry, I just wasn't that invested because I don't know them. Obviously, the crowd did. The crowd was, like, chanting their stuff.
Not chanting, but, like, they'll like the camera will zoom around the people, and you'll see them, like, mouthing the words, even though, like, they zoomed up on one guy trying to mouth, and he was just completely screwing it up.
Yeah. So, then we have Charlotte with Ric Flair there, so the Divas champion, versus Natalya. No, it was actually a good match. It was actually a good match.
No, I mean, you want to Ric Flair because it's old and annoying anymore.
I mean, he didn't do the Macarena thing anymore. The whole thing that he seems to do whenever he
That's not what I mean. Him stupid. Yeah. And Natalya. Go with Natalya. I like you, Natty.
So Natalya just challenged her, and it's supposed to be a match that's down the line.
You should get me a shirt for Natalya.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you one. And, okay, so
she's a crazy cat lady like me. Okay, I keep talking.
She challenged Charlotte, and it was supposed to be a normal, not on the line match, but Charlotte kept going on about how you're just a warm-up, you're stupid, whatever. So Natalya's like, well, if you think you can beat me so easy, then yeah, put your title on the line then. So they did. It became a title match.
And again, they put their mouths, what's that phrase?
Money like, where the mouth is?
Yeah. Or it's either that phrase or something like they think their ego is so big. And if they insult their ego or they insult them, they have to be like, oh yeah, their pride and yeah, and they always take the fight. Like the first time it was like Becky versus, wasn't it? Who taunted? Wasn't it Becky that taunted Charlotte? Or
I think
was
so.
It someone else?
Well, she taunted Flair, and then Flair gave them the match.
Yeah, saying they're cowards. So Rick was the one that gave that one. And now this one was Charlotte. But it's the same concept, getting taunted, and then, oh, you know what? I could do it.
Yeah.
And even though both times she still won anyway, but both times Rick cheated again.
Yeah. Now, this match was like as close as it could possibly be. It was probably maybe one of Natalya's best matches because she is very talented. It's just I don't really know why they don't use her good. They always keep her. She's like one of the lowest ranked divas, even though she shouldn't be, you know. But yeah, she did a very good match. She was you know she did.
I think isn't she like the older one?
Yeah.
Older, like, diva compared to everyone else is more like newy. Paige is the newest one, not counting Charlotte, Becky, and, what's her name?
And
Sasha.
Banks, yeah.
They're, like, the newest ones. Paige is, like, second oldest. Like, Natalya, maybe Naomi, and Nikki and Bella are kind of the older sets.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a good match, though. I kind of forgot more of the details. I do remember that, Natalya did get injured, like, around the knee area, so that was kind of dangerous for her. And she did get the sharpshooter on Charlotte, and I really thought that Charlotte was going to tap. It was a real close one. They did this weird bullshit where she, like, reached out for Ric Flair's hands, and I guess that counts as breaking it or something. Like, I think Flair pulled her out or some junk like that. That was kind of I don't know if that should count. I don't
No.
know. And I know when you get the ropes, but not, grabbing someone else's hands. But, yeah, lots of back and forth, lots of submission moves. They're all trying to do lots of, like, leg lock submissions all over the place. They're doing all these different moves and stuff. In the end, unfortunately, I saw it coming. When Natalya started, like, arguing with Ric Flair, she tried to slap him or whatever, and during the distraction, Charlotte would eventually get her and, put her in
The thing is, Charlotte, well, either the referee didn't notice or ignored it, but she had her legs on the ropes when she pinned Charlotte. Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Charlotte's still the champion, and I'll kind of.
I really wanted Natalya to win, even though, like, the thing is, what if Natalya did win? Would she lose it right away when Becky or Sasha would go against her, or would Natalya actually keep it for, like, this? And the WrestleMania, that'd be cool if she had it for WrestleMania, but I don't want her to, like, lose it right after, like, at WrestleMania, like, literally right after.
After she just won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like her and Natalya to keep it for a little bit.
And that's the thing that I'm going to probably get into in a bit about how this thing went down. And anyways, the next match was Brock Lesnar, and I was confused here, but yes, this is a 2-on-1 handicap match. It was Brock Lesnar against Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. And the thing that confused me was that I know at the beginning they were kind of double teaming him, but then for the whole rest of the match it was just Luke Harper against Lesnar, and Bray Wyatt just kind of pretty much stayed out of it and everything. And
it was just, I think, in my thoughts was Luke Harper's weakening Brock Lesnar to like tag Bray. Did they have to tag?
I think so. Yeah.
To tag Bray Wyatt back in, and then he could do the finishing move and to pin him or submission move him or like to make him tap out. So that's my idea. That Luke Harper. Yeah, Luke Harper was weakening him up because he was doing actually a pretty good job at fighting against Brock. He actually was surviving a good time. And then after he really did a number on Brock, he would let Bray do the finishing move and finish it.
Well, unfortunately, Luke did, what you would expect from a Brock Lesnar match. He did take Luke Harper to Suplex City, and he did do the F5. Yeah, it was at least, I don't know, 6 or 7 of those. And then, the F5, and that's the end. I do have to say, like what Paige said, Luke Harper did last. He did take quite a bit of suplexes and still got back up and still did some damage to Brock Lesnar. He lasted a lot longer than most of the other people that go against him. But, in the end, Brock Lesnar took him to Suplex City. He still won. And Bray Wyatt just couldn't walk away fast enough.
No, well, Bray Wyatt was ahead of him. But he ran away like a little bitch he is.
Yeah, I mean...
He actually ran away, I don't know, scared. But he, like, walked... And whenever, like, Brock won and he was leaving, Bray's like, whoop, gone. I'm out, I'm bouncing.
Yeah, I don't want none of that.
So, obviously, Bray Wyatt doesn't stick with what he says.
Yeah.
He's as big of a chicken as all the people he calls a chicken. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He is what he calls.
And that's the complaint people have about Bray Wyatt. That he's such a like a creepy, dangerous guy, but he always seems to lose a lot during his matches. He has to kind of win some more to build some credibility, And then we have this random match here. Is Sami Zayn versus Stardust. Sami Zayn's from NXT. He was in the Royal Rumble, and everyone cheered like hell when he appeared.
I think I was sleeping at this point.
Yeah. And it was just, ran a match against Stardust. I guess to introduce him to the crowd.
When was Royal Rumble now?
January. It's the first.
Okay, I did survive February. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I knew I slept for Royal Rumble, but which is the one I actually stayed up for.
Yeah, but yeah, it was just a match to show off his moves and stuff like that. And then Goldust did put up a good fight. He almost got him. Stardust, yeah. He almost got him in the Queen's Bow, Queen's Arrow, whatever his new finishing move is.
Prancy.
Cats are fighting over there.
They're doing a wrestling match. This is Royal Rumble here.
Oh, jeez. So, as you would expect, Sami Zayn won, and, woohoo, cool.
Prancy.
Okay, and now, for the big event here, the main event, is Triple H, the new, WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, against Dean Ambrose, and,
I was sleeping through this one. I didn't care about the match before it.
Yeah, it was a real cool match. It was, I mean, Dean Ambrose had a plan. He actually had a battle plan this time. First, he made fun of him and did like poses and things. He did weird things like trying to yank out his nose and whatever. Or
wait, what?
He like grabbed him in submission and he was trying to like break his nose. And Triple H was like confused, like, what the hell are you trying to do? And then he grabbed him in some
move. He does owe him a broken nose from Roman Reigns.
Exactly.
For Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and he was trying to like do this thing where he was like trying to like split his fingers out or something. He was doing all these weird like submission
Can I try
moves.
that on you?
No, all these weird moves and stuff. And yeah, and then he was actually targeting the back of Triple H's knee a lot. Like, he kept doing all these moves on it, which would make Triple H limp around and make it difficult later on in the match. And yeah, what's his name? Ambrose actually grabbed him in the figure 4 leg lock, which of course caused a lot of pain because due to all the injuries and everything. And Triple H, unfortunately, he still managed to get out of it. But then Dean Ambrose did the Bret the Hitman Hart sharpshooter on him, and it was so close. They were like in the middle of the ring. There was no one to help or anything, no one to cheat. There was nowhere. And I was just, this is when I woke up Paige. I was yelling at the TV for him to tap. It was like so close. I wanted Triple H to damn tap and lose his damn title to Dean Ambrose, which is the new favorite now. And no, it didn't happen. And like the big thing that really fucked everything up is that Ambrose laid out Triple H on the announcer's table, and he was supposed to like jump on him or whatever, but Triple H got out of the way. Dean Ambrose ran on the table, basically fucked him over there, and he barely got into the ring in time to not miss the 10 count. Triple H got him on the pedigree, and that's it. He's out cold. I was so pissed off when that happened. I was hoping he would kick out or something, but it was obvious he was already like,
I'm fascinated
out
with
cold.
what the cats are doing.
Yeah, and so that thing, I was just so pissed off. But it is my biggest complaint about the pay-per-view is that it really was like what Paige said. They just grabbed his out of their ass just to have something for March because nothing really happened. You could have missed this and nothing changed. And even Dean Ambrose was saying that I can hijack WrestleMania, and nothing happened. WrestleMania continued. I mean, right after this ended, there were still commercials of Triple H versus Roman Reigns for WrestleMania, and that's what pissed me off. It's like, have Dean Ambrose win. Change it. That would be so epic if he actually did win, and now the main event would have
against Dean versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
or the real fight, friendship fight.
Yeah, or earlier on with Natalya.
Friends? Are they still
yeah,
friends?
they're still friends.
Okay.
And early on, Natalya could have won. It could have changed it all and make like a triple threat between Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Natalya. I mean, there's still a couple of weeks for WrestleMania. Natalya could have still won a couple of matches to, impress the crowd. That, oh my gosh, she's really good, to make the match. And that's what I hate. That's what I hate the most. And the problem we've been seeing lately is that Roman Reigns, I know we want to make him like the next big hero, but, I mean, we're fans of him. It was cool for a while, but now they're just like forcing it down our throats, even though it's gotten to the point that we just don't want him anymore. And now, for whatever reason, Dean Ambrose is not like the big favorite now. Like even the last match, whenever they were trading punches, they would cheer for Dean Ambrose, they would boo for Roman Reigns. When Triple H beat the crap out of Roman Reigns with the blood and everything, despite the fact that Triple H is the bad guy, he's from the Authority, we're supposed to hate him, and, Roman's supposed to be our hero, they were cheering for him to beat on Bloody and everything.
Who? Huh?
The crowd was actually cheering for Triple H to beat the crap out of Roman Reigns. So it's like, they don't want him anymore, So for this match now, it would have been like they would have brought the house down if Dean Ambrose won. And what's going to happen at WrestleMania is that Roman Reigns is going to probably win, and everyone's going to boo. There's rumors that they might do a triple threat thing. They might have Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Triple H. It's going to be the same thing all over again, though. They might make it look like Dean Ambrose is going to win. Everyone's going to cheer like crazy. Roman Reigns wins anyways, and everyone's going to boo the house down. It's like, I don't know. And that's what I'm saying, that sometimes you guys got to be brave enough to, like,
change the story.
Change your story. Change your script. People, they're not liking this. They like that. Rewrite it. Do something, Mm-hmm. So bottom line, this was like a filler. You don't really miss anything dramatic if you didn't see it, and
yeah, nothing exciting happened. It was just
there were no title changes either. Yeah. No title changes. I mean, even NXT.
Yeah, literally nothing was changed. Well, I guess let me say this. I guess that's good because if the people decide not to see this, or people didn't see this at all, or know about Roadblock or whatever, at least they won't be like on Monday Night Raw, how does Dean Ambrose have like the title? Like, at least it's still the same and it's smooth sailing, so nothing changed, so it's not confusing on Raw or SmackDown. Yeah. But
there's just another thing to do too, is that the main reason that why there's so many pay-per-views is because they're trying to make you have the best like bang for your buck for buying the network. So you're guaranteed at least one pay-per-view per month. They didn't have one this month. They just put Roadblock, and I guess to make it work, like, oh my God, I don't have the network to see Roadblock. But if they don't do anything dramatic, like we said, it's just filler. It's not really enticing. Like, if I didn't already have the network, I would be like, Paige, I gotta buy it now. Oh my God, Roadblock. You know, like, I don't know. They gotta do it better, basically. So, bottom line, some of the matches were extremely entertaining. I mean, Natalya, Dean Ambrose, and I guess Luke Harper, you could say, they really fought, like, to the very last, like, the best they possibly could, and amazing matches, but the endings were like what you expected. Nothing changed, and that's how it is. And we're on the road to WrestleMania, still the same, nothing changed. You know, we'll see what
It's next month, right?
Yep, it's next month. It's April 2nd or 3rd, and everything. So, we'll see what happens. So anyways, guys, this is...
Third. It's a third, because that would... If we were at Zenkai Con, we would miss it.
Yeah.
Well, or get close to it.
Yeah. Yeah, last time we literally got home right when it started. We even missed the pre-show, like right when it started. But anyways, guys, this is Mark Rodriguez here.
Paige.
And Princey, but he's not going to be on camera. So, anyways, guys, see you all next time, and we'll see you at WrestleMania.
Bye-bye!